Hey guys, Christian Prepper, just here continuing to get ready to go on my hiking trip with my two sons and the scouts, and was just looking at my water purifier, making sure everything was fine. And I personally use a Katahdin purification system. It's not, I don't guess it would be the best type of water purifier. It's just basically the first one I bought, and I got used to it and I like it. And what I want to talk to you today about with water, you know, if you're hiking, or more especially, you know, if everything does fall, we go into a severe depression and we're having to rely on, you know, getting water from other places. You know, when you're out there getting water, try to get your water from the smallest source possible. You know, this weekend we're going to be hiking along a pretty big river, but I will try my best to find a small stream or a spring head coming into that river, because the bigger body of water it is, means there's going to be more pollutants in it. You know, you got runoff from highways and drainage culverts, and if there's any mills in the area, or you know, houses in the area, you don't never know what people are putting into the rivers. And you know, all the other smaller streams run into the bigger streams. So I mean, it's just kind of common sense. The bigger the body of water is, the more chance you have of it being worse contaminated. So when you're out looking for water, look for the smallest source possible. Even if you find a little trinkle out of the side of a mountain, you know, you might have to take a rock or your heel of your boot, or a shovel if you have a little hand shovel, and dig a little hole maybe the size of a hard hat, and then kind of kick back and let the sediment settle. And that'll give you a little pocket there to you know, to stick your pump in there and siphon water out of. And that's a lot cleaner water to begin with. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk to you about these water purifiers, they're real good, but with a purifier like this, you got to be real careful. This is your intake hose. This is what you're going to put into a creek or a bag or whatever water source you're using. The other end here is where your clean hose is going to connect. If you get this contaminated hose, this is contaminated with dirty water, up against your clean hose that's purified water, you might as well as not even purify your water. So it's really important that you keep those two hoses totally separate. That's one of the reasons I like using a catch bag like this. This is actually a food catch bag, but I use it for water. I like to catch my water you know, in a bag, bring it back to where I can sit down and have more control, you know, over filtering my water. I don't like to be standing on slick rocks and trying to hold my water bottle in my filter, and you know, I don't like that. You have a lot more chance of getting your dirty water, you know, on your clean hose. And like I say, if you're going to do that, you might as well as not even filter your water. So I always keep my clean hose in a Ziploc bag, and I always carry several extra Ziploc bags. Another thing that I carry here is, if you can see this little white thing here, this is a little stack of coffee filters that I've just put a rubber band around. If I get in a situation, and I have before, where if I'm hiking and there's some torrential rains come through and it really muddies everything up, you can take one of these coffee filters and the rubber band and put it on the end of this filter. Kind of just wrap it over here, and it just adds a filter to your filtration system, and it won't stop your cartridge up as quick. I also carry water treatment drops. I don't really like those, but I carry them as a backup just in case something does happen to my filter and I'm on the trail. There's several things to know about the drops. One thing to know, like if you've got this is what I use for my water bottles, just a liter size Mountain Dew bottle. But if you're going to use the water drops, you need to be sure that after you put your water in here and after you put your treatment tablets in here, that you loosen this cap and you shake it. And what you're trying to do is getting water all around those threads, all around the inside of the cap, and you're trying to get that treated water to run down outside this bottle where your mouth is going to be. Because if you just fill this bottle up with contaminated water and put the treatments in there and just set it somewhere, it'll treat the water in the bottle. But as soon as you turn the bottle up to drink it, all the residue on the mouth part of the bottle is going to make you sick. So you need to be sure to loosen that cap and shake it and let some, treated water around there so it can kill all the bacteria around the mouth of the bottle. But I'd much rather prefer a purifier, and I've got several different types. That's another one that I let some of the boys borrow. But just be careful when you use these. And like I say, I think it's a lot better if you use some type of water catch bag. Catch you some water, bring it back up to where you can sit down or hang this on a tree, and you can actually sit back and wait for it to settle if there's any sediment in it, and you can have a lot more control over filtering your water. And be sure to keep your cables or your hoses separate. If you let them get mixed up, you might as well not even filter your water. And when you first buy one of these things, you need to run several liters of water through it just to get the newness off of it, so the water tastes right. And after you get through using one of these, you need to be sure to follow your manufacturer's suggestions. This Katahdin's got like a paper cartridge in it, and they recommend that you make up a solution of bleach and water and pump so much through it after you get through using it, just so there's no mold or mildew that'll set up. For a long time after I got through using my water filter, I just didn't think about it. And I finally read the directions. You know how guides and directions are, but it never really bothered me when I did that. But no more trouble than it is. I think I would go ahead and shoot some solution through there. I do mine now. But that's just my thoughts on purifying water with handheld filtration systems and water tablets. They work real well. I've never gotten sick off of creek water using this, but you do have to be careful to keep your hoses separate. And if you're using the chemicals, you have to be careful about your mouthpiece of your bottle. And well, anyway, guys, we're fixing to head out hiking, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend to go up in the mountains and just lay back for a few days. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. God bless.